Yeah, inevitably with the introduction of a couple of new additions to the front row, the scrums are having to reset on a couple of occasions. But big opportunity here for Peter McCabe. Impressed well last year and got himself a full contract for Connacht.
Yeah, McCabe in the front row for Connacht. Fraser Brown in for Glasgow. Referee being patient with a new man in. Glasgow getting a bit of a shunt on. And they get the penalty. Good work. So 2 little battles won by the Glasgow pack in quick succession. Don't think Hogg will take a little tap penalty this time.
Yeah, McCabe seems to be a little bit under pressure there, and I think from his hips point of view, they weren't probably in an optimal position when he actually made the impact on the hit. But yeah, now Glasgow have an opportunity. They've, as I said, they really haven't got out of second gear in the second half, and all of a sudden find themselves 9 points down. So Hogg will be keen to get this down into the 22 and to try and build some momentum.
Ollie Kebble looking like he's in a little bit of difficulty. A loose head for Glasgow. Hogg finds the touchline this time.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed to lose Kebble if he does have to go off. He's been strong in the tight and carried well in the loose.
Harley got fingertips to it. Fasaro was tidying up. Glasgow have possession. Fraser Brown, really strong ball carrier, great acceleration. Frisbee, a little pop-up pass. Kebble at the back. Nice work. I was just about to say the handling has been pretty good in this game, and then there's an unforced error. Advantage. The advantage is over as the call as Butler races away. Tackled on the 10-metre line. Clever little pop pass to McCabe coming on the burst. Referee shouting at Glasgow to release. They don't listen. Blade is tapped and taken quickly. Not sure that was the best decision. Were Glasgow back 10 metres? Referee's happy that they were. Oh, Kelleher's a little bit isolated here. Green shirts pile in, drive over the ball. Connacht in possession on halfway, looking to set something up again. Second half has been a little bit quieter. Carty sees a little bit of space. Hogg quick to react, read the danger. Tries to spiral one away with the outside of the boot, but he hasn't got much distance on that. So a little kicking battle is a victory for Carty.
Yeah, and Carty actually was the initiator originally. It was his line speed that forced the turnover, and I think it's a set play from Connacht's defence this year. It seems that the third man in the defensive setup is taking a flyer on a lot of occasions, and what that does is the ball carrier has to make a decision and trying to come in, or does he go outside? And if he goes outside, it's a bit more difficult pass because the defender is on him straight away. But it was Carty there doing the job there as a third defender and putting pressure and inevitably forcing the turnover.
Another change in the front row. Conor Carey coming on for Finlay Bealham. We've got a huge ovation from the supporters on the far side. Alex Allen in for Kebble as well in the Glasgow front row. Glasgow successfully slowing the ball down. It's not coming out. Scrum to Connacht. Be happy enough with that decision, I think.
Yeah, it was fairly messy. I thought for a split second there, Ian Davis was going to give a penalty for Tom Farrell holding on, but he deemed it a fair contest on both sides, and the ball was unplayable, resulting in a Connacht scrum. And what an attacking position for Connacht to attack from now. Middle of the pitch, options both sides, in great conditions. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. But for Glasgow, the clock's ticking now, and with less than 25 minutes to go, they need to find a spark from somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be a very big chase for Glasgow if they let Connacht get another score here. Connacht lead by 9.
And you have number 18 now, Conor Carey for Connacht, who's been a great addition. He's been there a year and a half now in Connacht rugby, and has added some real competition for places with Finlay Bealham in the tight head position.
Boyle picks from the base. Blade comes to this right-hand side. Receives the pass back. Was that tackle a little bit high? It was over the shoulder. Penalty. Not really dangerous.
Yeah, it was a good read by Horn, but unfortunately his read was too high in the tackle and resulting in a high tackle for the Connacht player.
I think in fairness, if you watch Blade, he dips the shoulder a little bit as well. Or maybe not. It looks a bit worse in slow motion.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's Hastings. But yeah, as I said initially, it was a great read. He saw Jack Carty was just doing a pass around the back of his shoulder, knew that Blade was going to be the recipient, but unfortunately he was over eager and fell through. So
oh, is it going to be a yellow card? I think so. Well, maybe not. Ian Davies, he has a hand in that card pocket.
Yeah. And I think the mitigating circumstances are, if a player ducks, then sometimes there's a bit of sympathy for the tackler. But on that occasion, Hastings was always in a high position, as Ian Davies points out, resulting in an inevitable yellow card for the Warriors, which puts their task in an even greater position now, harder position now with 10 minutes now on their creative number 10 in the sin bin.
Well, they have Peter Horn out there, who's pretty handy outside half in his own right. He can slot in there, but they're down to 14.
And quietly, Connacht have kept this board, the clock ticking away nicely. And all of a sudden, if Carty can make this penalty kick, they'll be getting quite a sizable advantage here against a 14-man opponent.
Carty taking plenty of time. Carty, can he maintain his perfect record? Absolute silence at the sports ground. Well, it's curling, but it's curling around the back of the posts. Not a great contact from Carty on that occasion.
Carty will be disappointed with that kick on his right foot, bending the ball in. But he's been kicking fairly well today, but unfortunately on that occasion he just didn't bring the ball round quick enough.
Matawalu tries the clever start. The ball bobbles around. Chance chip over the top for Eddie O'Locan to chase. Matawalu's back, completely misread it. Both appealing, and it's a Glasgow throw.
Yeah, you always look at players trying to force play, and you can't kind of question his merit there. But in that occasion, that was never on the kick, and it granted a Connacht possession, and Glasgow were lucky to get the ball back in their 22.
Connacht Glasgow secure possession in that line out. There's Mauling in field. I'll give the kick clearance a better angle. They might get more out of it. Harley holding the ball at the back. Well, Quinru has been asked to get out. Now the box kick from Frisbee. Eddie O'Locan underneath it. Kelleher, he's got great pace, great feet. Kelleher's away. What a beautiful break. Has support outside. Couldn't quite find it, but good improvisation from Godwin. What a break by Kelleher, though. The ball squirting around back there. Glasgow have it, but they're under pressure. 10 metres from the try line. And the Connacht crowd roaring their team on here. There's nothing like a break like that from Kelleher, who's gone to fullback.
Yeah, I found that a strange decision by Frisbee to box kick that ball from a driving maul. I mean, it's energy sapping stuff when you drive a maul 20, 25 metres, and then for you then to ask your forward pack to get into a line and create a defensive line from that. And we saw what happened there. Cian Kelleher looked up. There was a huge gap in the midfield, and he just exploited it. Unfortunately, his pass to Tillyo O'Halloran wasn't quite at the level of his line break.
Well, Connacht trying the rolling maul tactic now. Getting a little bit of result out of it here. They're stopped again. Oh, the little grubber kick through. Which way will it bounce? Oh, Matawalu, you can't take your eye off this guy. And Cian Kelleher didn't swallow it up, the Fijian. So Glasgow still deep inside their 22 here. They have possession though. Out half is in the sin bin, remember. Frisbee taking on a lot of the clearing kick duty.
Yeah, and Connacht there with a set play, knowing that that the Warriors were a player down in the backs. Jack Carty, set play, as I said, just dinked the ball forward, looking for Tom Farrell, the bounce of the ball for Tom Farrell. But it was great covering by Matawalu, and did fantastically well to negate the danger.
So good to watch, Nico Matawalu.
And inevitably now we're seeing with 18 minutes left on the clock, a couple of players going down injured now, and I'm not sure whether it's slight cramping or it is injuries, but it's Paul Boyle, the number 6 for Connacht, making his debut today. As we're looking in the crowd and see the likes of Bundy Aki, who I'm sure will be brought back into the Connacht fold after his restful summer on the back of a tour with Ireland. But what a great guy to come back in. But I think Connacht this year are going to be very blessed in the centres in terms of competition. I think Carl Godwin today has gone about his business very, very well and partnered very well with Tom Farrell. So. There's 3 guys there, and if you bring in the likes of Owen Griffin and Peter Robb, Connacht seems to be pretty blessed in that respect.
There's not many settings as pretty as this one. Well, certainly when you see it bathed in autumn sunshine like this, all the players who are receiving attention are back in their feet. And Boyle straight back into the action, rising at the back of that line out to win possession or secure possession for Connacht. Well, the maul going backwards a little bit, and then the ball squirts out. Blade has to retreat. Takes control. Another little arm over the shoulder, that time from Fraser Brand. Ian Davies well placed and shouted straight away it wasn't a high tackle. Well, has the ball gone loose there? Fraser Brand bridges over it very well, very quick to get in. And the referee gives the penalty to Glasgow.
Yeah, the detail was lacking somewhat there from a Connacht point of view, but a great turnover from Glasgow, and with the clock ticking away, they need something to start clicking now for them. As Hogg kind of kicks the ball down to the 22 and finds a great kick.
Super kick from Hogg to within 5 metres. That's an absolute beauty. Well, he was disappointed with his last effort. But that's a cracker.
And on a warm day, there's nothing better from a forward's point of view than seeing the ball flying 40 metres, jogging forward onto it, and 5 metres from the goal line on an attacking line out.
Key moments now for both sides, really. Glasgow need to score. Just get the margin down to a single score. Connacht will know they're not really making great advantage of having the extra man here. It'll be a big blow to concede. Johnny Gray rises. There's a shout from the referee. Connacht have straight offside. Penalty coming. It's a free play for the visitors. Little grubber kick tried. Oh, what's happened here? There's a shout for the try.
Yeah, and to be fair to Ian Davis, he's been he's made it very clear in the offside line today, and he's given a couple of penalties for offside infringements from set piece on a few occasions, but very clear there. He was deeming number 18 Conor Carey and number 10 Jack Carty.
So the decision is to take a line-out throw again. They don't need to kick the ball back to touch for the penalty. Not sure they wouldn't be better to take their 3 points at this stage, but we'll find out in a moment. Glasgow set up the maul. Fraser Brown harrying on them back. They're now getting some forward momentum here. Brown is over the line. Is he down? The ball is touched down. Brilliant try from Glasgow. Just what they needed. And they're down a man, remember.
And I think the reason that they were down a man really dictated what they were going to do there. But great patience actually by the forwards there. At one stage there I thought that the opportunity had escaped them. But that all goes down to the guys in the front of the maul there, just directing it left and right. And there was an opportunity right there where I thought was going to split off. But you see there, the guy in the front there, I think it's one of the props who just come on, just straightened, left-hand shoulders, work with his partner on the right-hand side there, Johnny Gray, fighting for every inch, and they scored a fantastic try.
Yeah, great work. Adamash, the one who got over and touched it down. Well organised. They knew exactly where the ball was. They knew where to put the point of pressure. 8th try for Adamash, and what a time to get it. He reduces the margin to 4. Hogg with the conversion. Beauty from Hogg. The margin down to just 2. Well, that's a great bounce back by Glasgow.
It is, and as I said, you know, the maul there, when you're at the front of the maul there, all you can see is the grass in front of you down by your feet, and you're relying on your partner beside you in the communication to keep it straight, whether it be up on the left or up on the right, and they did fantastically well there to ballast Ash to score under the behind the whitewash, and now all of a sudden Glasgow are back in the game.
Craig Ronaldson into the action. Adi Oloken got fingertips to it, but it's gone forward. Advantage Glasgow, but they have the ball. There's confirmation on your screen. Carty replaced by Ronaldson. Good clearance downfield. Cian Kelleher chasing back. The ball goes into the 22. Infield to Ronaldson. Well, the easier angle for the left-footed kicker. Hooked it a little bit though. He's found touch, but didn't get a lot of distance on it.
Yeah, Ronaldson will be disappointed with that. Usually he's a fairly accurate kicker from the ball in hand, but unfortunately on that occasion he hooked it, and it's given the opportunity to Glasgow again. And we talked about momentum changes earlier, and there's one could be potentially right there. All of a sudden, Glasgow 2 points down with an attacking line out, 15 metres into the Connacht half.
Glasgow have 4 tries, so a bonus point in the bag already. And again effective in the maul. Glasgow not looking like a team who are short a man here. Oh, wisely keeping the ball. They have a full complement in the pack. Frisbee takes it now. Alex Dunbar. Tackle low. Frisbee comes back towards the pack into the hands of Alex Allen. His opposite number, Peter McCabe, makes the tackle. Glasgow just beginning to exert a bit of dominance in the game. Coming at the right time, 12 minutes to go, just 2 points between the sides.
And they're keeping it very tight. They just seem to be hitting pods of 3 up and forwards, and almost willing Connacht to make a penalty.
Oh, Hogg has a huge boot. He can kick from a long way out. Have they created the extra man here? Grigg, defence swept across. Grigg was tackled well. Brown, the substitute hooker, good carry from him. Connacht desperately rolling out of the way. They can't afford to go away. A penalty. Fagerson, nice hands, got the ball on. And have Connacht got in to steal it here? No, clear out just in time. Glasgow into the 22. Marawalu calling instructions. Frisbee gets the pass away. Ball carrier not held in the tackle. Sneaks about 5 more metres. Hogg in the line. Marawalu now looking to accelerate into the tackle. Couldn't find a way through. Little pop pass to Harley. Has it created a bit of space? Holly's been working hard all through the game. They're appealing to the touch judge for something. The crowd aren't happy. This is good stuff from Glasgow, asking questions of the Connacht defence. Alex Allen with the carry once again. Frisbee going to move the ball a bit, but Glasgow wisely keeping it tight. Hogg is waiting at standoff here, but Brown steps up to take control. Oh, it's patient, clever play.
Both sets of packs are almost walking at this stage. They're so tired of the phase 19 in this heat.
Matawalu, what can he do? That's always going to be a little bit of magic, you think. Energy sapping stuff. It'll be such a big moment in this game. Whether a score comes from this passage or play. Frisbee doing his best to make sure the referee sees the Connacht player who's in the offside position. Referee just asked him to stay still. Glasgow still with the ball though. Phase 24. Oh, the ball carrier a little bit isolated here. Good strength to get the right side of the ball. Move to Hogg. Seymour, mazy run back infield. Well, Adam Hastings has been waiting to come on for a long time. Still, Glasgow asked the questions. Have they created the extra man here? Hogg tries to throw the pass out of the back of the hand. It's away to touch, and it brings a huge cheer of relief from the Connacht supporters. Brilliant play by both sides. As you say, maybe at walking pace, but some concentration, Michael.
Wow, and I'm tired just even watching that phase of sets of play. I think 29, 28, 29 sets of phases. To be fair to Glasgow, they had a lot of patience. It was slow. Then now and again they injected a bit of pace with the likes of Matawalu. But the Connacht defence held strong, and they were pretty efficient now and not being able to give away any penalties. And in the end, Hogg was probably guilty of just forcing it too much, knowing that nothing was going to come for it with the pass out the back door. And unfortunately for the Warriors, it went straight into touch.
Conor Carey receiving some attentions. Adam Hastings back into the action after his sin bin. Probably stretched well past his 10 minutes.
Yeah, you know, even though the Warriors were attacking a couple of times with the forwards carrying it up, the minute that the backs were kind of brought into play, you could see the injection of pace, how much more difficult it is from a Connacht point of view to defend. So I kind of would have liked from the Warriors point of view for the backs to have got maybe a little bit more involved in that phase there. 28 phases, and I'd hazard to guess that 3/4 of them were through the forwards, and there's only so many times you can ask a forward to go to the well and carry a ball. So the likes of Matawalu, you know, coming off Frisbee inside passes when the fringe defence at Connacht might be a little bit tired, might be something that they could look at.
Darcy Ray has come in for Fagerson. Fagerson had a huge game. Connacht secure possession from that line out. Blade back to Ronaldson. Not sure that was intention. He's got right under that one. Connacht chase has been knocked on. Still a blue advantage. A kind of lateral knock on, but the referee was right in line. Here comes Hogg. Look at those dancing feet. Now the little slip past. Brilliant work. Seymour coming back in field. Connacht seem to have just eased up a little bit in this game. They've picked the wrong time to do it. And there's a little bit more of a zip in the Glasgow players. He sense Connacht are maybe tiring. Frisbee tries to change direction.